advise on legal issues that can affect us in our everyday lives. And to help us do that is Advocate Nyari. Today is a recap on cybercrime. At Volvo, good morning.
Good morning, Big Candy. May I please start by apologizing to everyone who was waiting for our hot topic.
I would, apologize to, wanted to hear about noodles. And I even told people.
I think I mix and dish. So let's try for next week, guys.
Okay. That's where we'll be talking about nudes.
Yeah. I think let's talk about that because it's very important. Because there's some people who don't even know or they don't know that they're exposed. And it could be, they could be next. And their whole reputation gone. Okay, so just as a quick recap, 3 things that we mentioned last week is Kuti, cyber attacks are one of the top 3 threats to companies. Yeah, and then we said Kuti, about $6 trillion US dollars is spent on dealing with cyber stories. And then the third one is 70% of companies are not prepared to prevent cyber attacks. Okay, I think those are very important recaps. Today, I'm going to then, just conclude by listing generally the cyber crimes that normally occur. All right. So we have number 1, plagiarism. People are terrible.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember there was a time when I think I did a whole seminar in Kenya, it was like sermons. Somebody from Zambia then went on YouTube and they transcribed every single sermon. They wrote a book.
No
and now
way.
I promise you, Takasita are bumping into each other, presenting in another country. And they're busy going on. And people are like, this author is deep or whatever. I'm like, guys, I just say,
my intellectual property.
Intellectual property. Literally, I read the book. I was like, no. Like what? This is me. These are even my words. But anyway, plagiarism, and with plagiarism, we all know, Kuti, it will give you an instant fail to university if you're caught, Kuti, actually plagiarized. There's no problem in quoting what somebody said, research that was done by someone else, but credit the author. Please credit the author. The same thing also happens with copyrights. Hey, I know we spoke about copyrights, but we can just say it by reference. Could it music? One sentence somebody created it and they should be making a living out of it. So you can't then just go on Tora auto popularize a song because you think to maybe 1975.
I'm like, in the West, they don't mess when it comes to that. You sampled, a bit of my song.
Oh, yeah.
They'll take you to the courts.
They'll send you a letter.
Yes.
So much, yeah. So we also have catfishing. Okay? Yeah. This is just somebody using a false identity to represent themselves as somebody that they're not. I think there was a movie about that where this guy, I mean, he was of an Asian origin and looks, obviously, but then akabachuza, a really lovely picture and everything, and they entered into a relationship with this girl, and then I think the girl then decided to go visit because they were now really in love and everything, and now he didn't know what face to present her. I mean, that's the lighter side of life. But if you think of actual catfishing, where people think that they're dealing with one person, but they're not dealing with that person. And because pictures on the internet, it's all about uploading. You upload stuff, so I can give you what I want you to see, And that just reminds me of something someone sent me to say, please, can you pick your identity? Can you pick your character so that we can identify you, so we know how to deal with you. And the people who are like that, the people who are catfishing characters, this is not cyber.
Crazy. Oh, it's not cyber.
No, it's not cyber. It's just a side note.
Yeah.
But if you are there out there, can you define yourself? Can we know whether you like this or you don't like that? You can't keep on swimming in between characteristics, because when you're predictable, you're easier to handle, and even you can also set your own boundaries with people because they know where they start with you and where they don't. Okay. of course, then we've got internet identity theft scams. We have, phishing. I think phishing, we spoke about that. We have misinformation, which is actually a very big crime. And I think for most of us, the first time we heard about misinformation and disinformation, it sounded so fancy.
Yes.
It was during COVID time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And people were like, so what's the difference between misinformation and disinformation? You know what? If you're going to give out information that promotes some untruth, okay, or something you're not even sure about, right, you can be nabbed for passing out misinformation or disinformation. I think when we go on the disinformation, guys, I'm saying this with a huge caveat to say I believe the disinformation part must be about just the intentional telling of lies in order to influence people, etc., something like that. Misinformation could be maybe lighter, not lighter in terms of effect, but maybe could be the intention, could you know how it is, like to start my groups.
Yes.
How many
And
times
people
have we
believe like what they see on the internet.
They
Like, what are
do.
you saying? What are you forwarding?
exactly.
Is it verified?
Nobody thinks about that. We're
Yeah.
we're very emotional, So
Yeah.
if it moves us a certain way, I feel in the family group. So you're actually passing out information, you're forwarding information which is not true or which might not be true, or at least at best unverified. And if you're that person who is actually passing on, you must know, Kuti, you will get nabbed because you're the one who pressed click, you pressed forward. So I think we've said here before, ignorance of the law is no defense. So before you forward things, which just get people riled up or excited, can you verify first? And if there's no way to verify, keep it in your chest, leave it be, okay?
Yeah.
Or share it with your best friend and laugh about it, Yeah. And then we have, I think I mentioned, we need to credit the source. And Itika, why? Because people are now living off the net. I think there's more money to be made off the net than than in physical business. So obviously it's so important that information be protected, and that you make sure you're not committing a crime with whatever it is that you're doing. So we have what we call aggravating circumstances. Okay, so we know about mitigation. People know about mitigation, where maybe I commit a crime. The thing they're going to ask you to say, like, mitigate for yourself. Like, what are you saying? Kuti mutongo wako udzikiswe. Umwamva ati haiwa ndire murume or ndire vana or ndichengeta mai vangu kumusha, whatever. But there's the other side of life where you actually have aggravating circumstances. Kuti, not only did you do this, but what actually aggravates it, what makes it worse, is kuti waita so. So if if you commit a crime in the pursuit of committing another crime, you know what I mean? It's like you're piling crimes, like cyber crimes on top of each other. And usually with cyber crimes, it's not like just, I do hacking. Hacking is my thing. It's somebody who does hacking. They're also catfishing. They're also doing all kinds of things, So that actually aggravates, that aggravates the crime. And we may as well talk about hacking, because hacking is, it includes unlawful access. Andizoziva weekend ukuthi by hacking apha accessa phone girlfriend yakho kana boyfriend yakho.
If they're not aware that you have like a WhatsApp web somewhere, and the messages as they're coming to you, they're also going to them. The people do that, eh?
Well, what do they do?
Like they put a WhatsApp web, like maybe on my laptop, and then
the web, yes,
exactly. So if the messages are going to his phone, simultaneously they're coming here because I have the WhatsApp, like, right? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So it can be really crazy and hectic.
You know what? That then tells me, it reminds me of this. I don't know if that is if that is properly lawful, but I think it was a husband and a wife, and the wife hired a company to come and connect all all phones, like for children, for what, and it seemed innocuous, like it was harmless, because vankwashenyotasa kuti vana zvakazonetsa manje baba pangwazona mariwei manje. And the baba had forgotten kuti the whole thing,
It's connected.
It's connected, And I'm wondering, obviously, if you're agreeing to it as a family and you say that it's okay, then it's fine. But can a wife just go and do that? What do you think we can do? Can a husband just go and do that? And, it goes beyond just putting a password or knowing a password. It's actually just going to connect. And these days, they've got family packages.
Yeah, I guess that the problem then comes if the other person is not aware, but then normally that's the case.
Yeah.
Where the other person is not aware and they're suspecting how far they're really going in conversations.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, that's actually a fact. So you know what? With hacking, it's also like taking over someone's account, guys. I think if there's any cyber crime that everyone is aware of, is hacking. But hacking definitely.
And now, please, if those people come and say those accounts say we want to advertise on your page. I don't know if people are still like falling prey to that. We don't want to advertise.
Want to give
it. How do you want to give any app from the very get go? Like no way. You want to give me what? Like 5,000 a week?
Am I your child?
So people have actually really lost their accounts and based on that, thinking it's legit.
It's also flattering. You know how it is, like you're trying to get followers, Chichinyi, 20,000. It's like a type of recognition. I think you need to be rewarded.
Yes.
And we can actually make money from
it.
That kind of thing.
You can go actually testify in church, like I got a message and someone from
in church. Oh my goodness. No, so you know what? When we're talking of hacking, we're just talking about like someone taking over someone's account and posting offensive material on someone's account or social media page. And the guys who actually hack are those guys that really actually can see they can benefit from you, So I know there was like a Christian channel and they were so popular and people were active there. Then it was hacked. And when they hack, they start to put like the opposite. We can do like, you're like, leggy people, half-naked people. Imagine, and the offense of it and the panic that it causes, like within a faith sect. So, and then of course come the demands. To say say and stuff, but imagine just all the work that you'd have put in for so many years, and you end up having to just shut down that and open a new one, and it's just not fair, and that's why it's a big crime. So some of the things are very technical. I don't want to get into things that are true.
And was it meant for the kids or for the husband? Because she should have communicated. Maybe husband kabisir. So we never know. Yeah.
But then I think on that one that we're talking about, I think Shakatanga vachinzwisisana. Security evana chiching. But you want to go to my gadgets, I'm going to connect. And obviously but hey, it's something else. And it's a big question to say how much privacy should privacy be respected, or how much privacy should be respected
in a marriage
setting.
Yeah.
That must be a story for a whole other day.
I guess the law enforcement agency have encouraged to say for the sake of peace, but then I'm just like, you're in a setting your marriage, how much, like you're saying, it's a story for another day.
How much privacy is privacy.
Yeah.
So anyway, maybe as we're like winding down, I think I did mention some of the aggravating factors would be where you have double crimes, etc. they also look, when the court is looking at damages, it's also looking at the damage that has been caused. You know, challenging ngori ndeyekuti mukoma wedu kumfakose akahekawo company yekupi iye kuti anzi damages kuti tinatsotomusuwa chaizvo and some people just do it for fun, you know, but it is a crime. And kana iri crime, it means unoenda ujere. It might not be about the actual money, but if you're suing for damages, it depends on the damages that you then actually suffered, you know, or that you can potentially suffer. And then it says if the crime meddles with law enforcement agencies, and it like defense forces, prisons and prisoners, and police, you know, national security mkati, that is extremely aggravating, you know. So those are circumstances where they can actually, where they can make it harder for you, okay. And also if it obstructs the courts of justice. You know, and the security of the country, because records that we keep, they are for the national security, you know. Those are two views. But if people actually understand, you would love those people because they represent the security of this country. All the forces, you know. And so that's why it's so important that this cyber what did we call, let me just say what the actual act is called, so that everyone knows. Kana ukakwanisa kuenda, please go and get a copy. It's very detailed, you know. It will help you. Well, whether you're in a company or you're not. It's called Cyber and Data Protection Act, Chapter 5 of 2021. Yeah. So I think, that's about what we wanted to say, including like the recap.
Yeah.
But everybody has a right to protection of their information, whatever the information looks like, however it, you know, whatever it is, whether it's intellectual or it's physical or it's virtual. Yeah.
It's your property.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Advocate Nyari. For those who want to get in touch, where to find you?
Okay, guys, I have a new hotline. You can find me on 0771 111 099. 0771 111 099. That's also on WhatsApp. And you can also visit my page on Facebook, Advocate Nyari Maposa, also on X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and we carry on the conversation.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to next week's conversation.
Oh yeah.
This is going to take us straight to the top of the hour. Delroy Shewe, Gumpepe, and Zininda Pereira Pauri Baby. Eddie Star from the Morning Galaxy.